Hey everyone, Colbert here with another Racial Legends video. So guys, today we've been given the announcement that a new daily login system is gonna be introduced into the game in patch 1.13.5. If you guys don't know already, patch 1.13.5 was the one that was announced jokingly by Plarium. Before we even had patch 1.13, everyone went crazy like, what are you guys doing? You're planning for 1.13.5 when we don't even have the previous patch. Anyway guys, this is going to be released together with that. So it's going to be 3 new champions within the daily login system. So it's going to be past day 90. So if you guys don't know already, the daily login system, it's basically you log in every single day and you get new rewards. When you pass day 90, this happens, just a blank page, and you get nothing every single day that you log in. You just do your daily quests and that's it. You don't get anything new every single day. But if you're still a player who is playing the game for the past less than 90 days, so you're gonna have even more rewards up to day 180. So for me, for example, and many other veteran players, we're gonna have rewards from day 91 up to day 180. So it's gonna be day 120, 150, 180, and we're gonna have 3 new champions for each one of the 30-day segments. But also in between all those, we're definitely gonna get more rewards like shards, energy, arena refreshes, I don't know, gear. I don't know what else. Maybe they put in something new, maybe like faction wars keys. That could be cool. Maybe clan boss keys. I don't know what they're gonna do, but definitely the new legendary champion really looks like a barbarian, looks like Valkyrie's sister. So look at her. This is the new champion right here. So yeah, they definitely look really alike in the way they stand out. You know, the abs, like tensing the abs. So yeah, she looks really cool. Although I don't know, her eyes look a bit weird. Anyway, she looks really cool. Diamond, the YouTube community coordinator, also gave us the skills of the 3 new champions. So we're gonna look at them together. I've already seen them for a bit, but I understand that they're quite cool. So first of all, let's look at epic number 1. I'm guessing this epic is gonna be released at day 120. So the first 30 days you're gonna be expecting out for this epic. I don't know what he's gonna be called. We didn't get the information. So attacks one enemy. This is gonna be his A1. Decreases the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. This is a very cool for an A1 attack because there is not many champions that have this kind of skill in their A1. There's champions that have this in their A2 or A3. But not in their A1. Not many champions, at least 30% of the damage inflicted. So this can be potentially be a really big number, especially versus champions that revive. Because if I'm not mistaken, even if you revive, the max HP reduced, like say you have 1000 health, it's gonna be 700 health. When you revive, it's not gonna be 1000 again, it's still gonna be 700, so that's cool. So A2 places a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Then attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Well, I like this because it gives you a buff and then you attack, it's an AoE, so it's gonna be massive amount of damage, I'm guessing. At least with the buff it's gonna be. Has a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. It also applies a good debuff, it's a good amount of decreased speed. It would be better if it decreased turn meter, but maybe it would be too OP. So just by this, I'm guessing the champion is going to be an attack champion because basically all champions that have an increased attack buff on themselves, they do much better damage through that. So yeah, just through A2, I'm guessing he's going to be an attack-based champion. Instantly removes any freeze debuffs on this champion, and then replaces them with a 30% increased critical rate buff, a 30% critical damage, and a 50% strengthen buff whenever an enemy places a freeze debuff on this champion. So this new epic basically is a free-to-play version from Plarium to counter Torment. I'm guessing at least have a way to beat Torment. This is really cool, guys. But I'm not sure how this is gonna be. Is this gonna be a passive? Because it says instantly removes any freeze debuffs. So it looks like it's going to be passive because we haven't had any skills so far that allow you to play even if you are frozen. So how the game is like right now, if you're frozen, you cannot do anything. So if you're frozen, you're basically stunned, you lose a turn. But if this is actually a skill that you activate, then it removes debuffs on the champion and then places the buff. So it's either going to be that, which I'm doubting, or it's going to be a passive. So it activates only when you remove freeze debuff. So it's very cool versus Torment, versus other champions like Shirimani, for example, but that's Torment. I mean, this is versus Torment. This is why they put it in there, basically to beat Torment. So Torment was released, I think it was Christmas, right? Christmas Fusion. And now we've got March. So every 2 months, we're expecting they release something to counter the previous fusion. So I'm guessing in another 1 or 2 months, we're going to have something that counters the extra turns and the amount of damage that Roros is currently doing in the arena. So just by this, I've thought of all this. I don't know. Well, what do you think, guys? Leave a comment down below. So heals this champion's turn meter by 25% and instantly activates the, I don't know, skill name whenever this champion or ally receives a freeze debuff. Okay, so it's a bit weird because, okay, it fills your turn meter and instantly activates the above, whenever this champion or ally receives a freeze debuff. Okay, this is a bit weird because it's either going to be you have to use this first in order for this to activate, or I'm not sure. Anyway, this is going to be just basically a way for this champion to counter Torment. This is a very good thing that Plarium added, especially for players that don't have Torment, don't have anything to beat Torment. Yeah, this is going to be the answer to that. So the epic number 2 attacks one enemy twice, places an extra hit if the target is under 50% heal reduction debuff, places 2 extra hits if the target is under 100% heal reduction debuff. Okay, so this is probably going to be a 4-hit attack, especially versus like something like a Fire Knight, where you do apply the heal reduction debuff and it does help. Because if the Fire Knight takes a turn, he heals. You don't want that. So when you have a heal reduction debuff, especially with something like Cold Heart, yeah, extra damage helps. So this can potentially be a 4-hit attack. Or like for me, when I have something in the clan boss and it applies a heal reduction when I'd have like 100 accuracy and it pisses me off. So yeah, this is cool. This is like a 4-hit attack. It's cool. It's a good attack, I think. You can use Giant Slayer possibly with him. Attacks one enemy has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Decrease the target's turn meter by 20% if the decreased speed debuff is placed. Okay, this is cool. This is like an arena type of attack. It's an A2, so it's going to have a cooldown. Probably going to be something like 4 turns to 3 turns, depending on how much damage this does. Plays a 30% reflect damage buff and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Okay, this is great. I really like this because this basically gives you a reflect damage buff champion for that Fire Knight. The Fire Knight is one of the most difficult dungeons. I would say it's the most difficult because it's the hardest one to get a very good time in it, especially if you're trying to get to endgame. Like even endgame, people who have endgame accounts have like 1 minute 30 on the Fire Knight. So imagine how a new player does the Fire Knight, especially if he's trying to do Fire Knight 20. So I'm not sure, possibly this helps you clear Fire Knight 20. I think so, I think it does. For the first epic, I don't think you can really use it in the dungeons, but it does help. Like the amount of damage that he can possibly do does help. There's no, does the Ice Golems one freeze you? I think he does. For sure he does a shit ton of damage, but yeah, we reached the legendary. So the legendary is gonna be day 180. So at day 180, you get a legendary. It's gonna be the first legendary you possibly have. You might have very bad RNG by that time. So first legendary is gonna be free, and his A1, her A1 attacks one enemy. 20% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. That's good, I guess. That's okay. Also has a 30% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. Yeah, that's not that great because it's a legendary. Remember that it's a legendary. So her basic attack should be something more significant than just a chance, a very small chance to apply the debuff. But she will, yeah, she will synergize with the epic number 2. Like to place, if there's a decreased speed debuff, she's gonna be reducing turn meter. Yeah, with a 30% chance, which is increased with masteries, of course. Attacks all enemies twice. Each hit has a 20% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Yeah, this is gonna be a way for you to beat the dungeons already. I figured like Plarium is going to be releasing this 180 days kind of, you get all these champions, that all those champions are going to help you through the dungeons and hopefully like help you unlock at day 180, help you unlock Arbiter, although I don't think that you can unlock her without something that does a lot of damage to the spider through max HP. So yeah, revives an ally with 50% HP and places a 50% ally protection buff on them for 2 turns. Yeah, this is especially to protect your allies that are very vulnerable and die easily. Heals all allies by 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. Also places 30% increased speed buff on a random ally for 2 turns. Yeah, this one is good as well. I like it because it's basically a very good heal at the start of each turn. So 10% of max HP, that's like a tier 2 or 3 mastery for each champion. That's basically free when you have this legendary with them. If you're having trouble in clearing the dungeons, she's gonna definitely help. This girl right here, she's gonna definitely help. So overall, guys, I really like this approach that Plarium takes. It's a good approach because they're trying to help out the free-to-play players, the ones that have trouble with the dungeons, the ones that don't have or don't want to spend in the game. So they're helping them out. They give them more rewards. So 180 days of rewards are not bad. Basically, I think they should have been every single month. They don't need to be legendaries every 30 days. Even if we get epics, even if we get rares, but good rares, you know, that actually help you in the game, especially if you're a new player that doesn't spend. So even if you have that every 30 days and smaller rewards, you don't need 500 energy for a daily login. Just give, let's say, 2 refreshes of energy for a daily login. The next day, give, I don't know, 2 shards. Just keep it going every single month. It doesn't hurt Plarium. Anyway, this is a very good step forward. It seems that they're listening because we have been pushing for this. Us, the content creators, we've been pushing for this for so long, for more daily login rewards. And they were like, it's in our plans, maybe it's not in our plans. They weren't giving us a straight answer. So yeah, at least we get 180 days of rewards. Hopefully by the summer, we're gonna push for 90 more days. And then by next Christmas, we're gonna push to 365 days. So 1 year of rewards when you play 3 years of raid or something. Yeah, I'm joking, guys. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Leave a like down below. Comment on your thoughts on these daily login rewards that are coming with patch 1.13.5. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out my channel. It helps my channel grow. So thanks a lot, guys. And of course, I'll see you in the next one.